And welcome everyone to round 3 of the Mushroom Cup. Today we will be racing it in Monza, also known now as the Luigi Circuit because of its similarity to the Mario Kart track in the Wii game from lots of years ago. Now we have Mario Kart in real life in Formula 1. And we got Wilco now on a push lap, seems like, coming to finish what's gonna be his second run of the day. Following now Wilco into the final corner, into Parabolica corner. He's got no mushroom, he's coming into the pit lane. Wilco gonna come into the pit lane because he has no mushrooms to deploy to finish the lap. I think it maybe wasn't an in-lap. We got most people on the pit lane still. We got Omar and AJ not having set a lap. We got Wilco leading, could be aiming for a first pole in his career. Joseph Vasily not far as well. The Alpines, Mark and Dino in the mix as well. We're missing the championship leader Equasar, who I hope is capable of joining us to do this race. Would be unfortunate to lose points because of missing races. So yeah, I don't know where is he, but I do hope he appears. Oh, and there he is, Mr. Pokemon in the lobby. Will be taking that final spot in the grid today. 11 drivers, it's one less than full grid because Mario Kart is a 12-player game, so technically we are only missing one driver because this is Mario Kart, this is not F1 anymore. So yeah, we only missing one more racer to make it a full grid. Maybe we can get someone else in this. It's good to see Mr. Pokemon has made it on time. Equasar says I was supposed to do some practice but snoozed to do it, haha. Ah well, I just gotta score as much points as you can then. I guess you were a little bit of a sleepy Pokemon today, but yeah, well, you keep scoring points. I think the championship is still there on. Of course, you're gonna have to fight against Joseph and Omar maybe, if Omar keeps showing up. But in general, you're still in a good position. I guess you're gonna have to do a little bit of the lift and coasting practice in the first couple of laps of the race, because it's gonna be a little bit complicated. You're gonna have one shot to make it try and get pole. I think it's possible you'll get pole in one lap, probably, knowing how quick you are. Anyway, let's move now into the flying laps of the drivers at the moment on track. I think it's a Pitbull coming into Lasmo corner. He's gonna try and it's not lifting and coasting that much. He's not gonna use the boost mode into the straight. He's gonna reach a 320 kilometers per hour now, doing a little bit of Lico there before Ascari. And is not gonna use the mushroom mode into the last straight. He's gonna come now into Parabolica. No need to lift and coast because the car is already off since a long time ago. Following Pitbull into the end of Parabolica straight, Parabolica corner, coming into the main straight, and it's gonna be a P4 for Mr. Pitbull at 20.9. Nice lap from the Pitbull there. Man, that's still looking for a podium. Could it be today, the day we will see Pitbull take his first podium in the league? Monza's gonna be a pretty chaotic race. It's basically the Luigi Circuit from the Mario Kart Wii, so Luigi Circuit was always a pretty chaotic track. Anyone could win that race. A lot of item boxes you could pick, a lot of shortcuts. Well, F1, at least by now, we don't have shortcuts in F1. Maybe in a couple of years we will, because who knows? I mean, F1 is moving forward to being a Mario Kart game. It already has a driving style like Mario Kart, so why not? Maybe in the future we're gonna get some shortcuts, some item boxes, some holograms there on track, even you banana skins and stuff in a digital way. Who knows? I mean, F1 is taking more the path of a video game, of a Mario Kart game, than actual driving, pushing the car to the limit, braking late. Actually, driver skill like it used to be in the past. It's more being like a Mario Kart thing. And I think we all saw the clown show in Spa, but today we are here to have some fun. Let's try to not be that toxic towards F1. If this can still be called F1. But yeah, let's try and have some fun today here in IOR in this Mushroom Cup. Wilco still leading the qualifying session with 30 seconds to go. Equisar, Mr. Pokemon, the championship leader, is gonna come into the main straight. There goes the Pokemon. Deploying the boost mode, deploying the mushroom mode. Pitbull's out of the session already in the pit lane. No more time to do another lap. Now attacking the first chicane. He's gonna have the mushroom totally available then to use into the next straight. Omar's out. Omar's out of the session as well. We got then Equisar coming into the next chicane. And it's gonna come now into Lesmo corner. Doing a little bit of Lico. Still has a massive amount of mushroom to deploy. Following Equisar there into the corner. Is gonna use now his mushroom into the second and last old DRS zone. It's not a DRS zone anymore. Here comes the Pokemon into Ascari. He's gonna do a little bit of Lico. No, he actually goes really aggressive there. Has invalidated the lap actually. I think he has. Yeah, he has invalidated. He's gonna be starting at the back. Mr. Pokemon will not be on pole today. Wilco could be taking his first pole position. Dino Vito Bambino unable to improve a P5. Will finish behind Pitbull. Mark is improving 3/10. Not gonna be enough for pole. Joseph Vasily could be aiming to defeat Wilco for that pole position. Wilco could be taking his first pole in the league. Following now Joseph Vasily into the final corner, attacking the corner actually, doesn't care about the battery, has absolutely no battery now, but can Joseph put it on pole today? And it's gonna be, yes, pole position for Joseph Vasily by less than 20 thousandths of a second. Massive lap there by Joseph Vasily in the Mario Kart mode. Wilco was really close to taking his first pole in the IOR League, but Joseph Vasily appeared there at the end to grab that pole position. Joseph Vasily now in the lead of the Italian GP. We got Omar, Mr. Pokemon, and AJ starting at the back. AJ, who might have invalidated the lap as well, because he was out on track. He wasn't trying to start at the back, so yeah, he's gonna be starting last still because he... Omar says invite, right? I'm gonna do in the formation lap because the game doesn't allow me to do now, but I'll do as soon as I can. Oh, Omar's back. I guess he had an invite or someone else invited him, but I think I can't invite, can I? Well, it's gonna be interesting having the two of the three contenders at the moment for the title starting at the back of the grid. Joseph Vasily could have a clear win. I don't know, because it's Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart. Overtaking is not hard, so I can expect that Pokemon and Omar to be at the front in like 3 laps with these Mario Kart regulations. Welcome everyone to round 3 of the Mushroom Cup. Today we will be racing at Italy, Monza. 2 seasons ago, since we don't come to this track, now it will be known as the Luigi Circuit, because it's very similar to the Wii version, and we know we are racing in Mario Kart, not F1 anymore. Unmerit moves, thing of the past. Now we overtake with mushrooms as that well-known old video game. 27 laps of chaos, of artificial overtaking, and of course of my favorite dinosaur back into the track, Yoshi. This is gonna be the fastest race of the season, most likely. We got Equasar the Pokemon winning round 1. Then we get Omar winning the second race in Australia. A little bit of a boring race in the last part. The Temple of Speed now raced with Mushroom Starts and Bullet Bills. Gonna be quite fun. Now let's go with some of the past clips. This is on Season 4. Will take out the Talus into Turn 1. Championship rivals collide in F1 moves. Now it's Mario Kart moves, what we will call it. Now Bialo down the inside of Tunturi Season 3 into Lesmo. Nice F1 overtake. I miss those days. Now let's go with a prediction of the future. Some super clip in there from some dinosaur, and I'm gonna get the move done. Ah, that was in Minicup. Quite a nice move though, it was some clipping. Weird to see clipping on all days. Finally, a very weird crash into Ascari. There goes Dondi losing the car and into the wall. And out of the race in Season 2. Gonna be a fun one, I gotta say. I expect a lot of artificial overtaking today. Let's go. Well. Now we come into the formation lap for the Italian GP. Joseph Vasily that will be starting on pole position this race. First pole with this regulations, with this Mario Kart regulations. Let's see what the tire strategies are. Homer and Equasar on the hard tires, then the top 5 on the mediums. Motorways on hards, Jay Vasily on mediums, then Jordi and AJ on softs. Quite an interesting decision. I can expect Omar and Equasar to be at the front in like... Wait, is Omar in the lobby? I thought he was, but I saw him join. I think he may not be. He appears as a ghost, but I'm not sure if he's in or not. I saw he joined, but can't confirm it right now. Past winners in Monza, we had plenty of editions of this race. We got then Marusura in Season 1, Baraka in Season 2, Kalas in Season 3, that great stint with the soft tires. Only legends will remember that. Cucumber in Season 4, Talis in Season 6 and in Season 8, Joseph then in Season 10, and finally Nick FIFA in Season 11, the last time we came here. Coming into the end of the formation lap, we got Joseph Vasily starting on pole position, followed by Wilco, followed by Mark. And the Mario Kart GP has started. Mark in the lead of the race. Overtakes Joseph Vasily in the start. Joseph being attacked by Wilco. Wilco's gonna try and get the overtake there around the outside. Vino Bambino dropping plenty of positions. Being overtaken by Omar AJ. Vino's back into P10 of the race. Bad start from Vino Bambino. Motorway's gonna be attacking him now using the mushroom there into for the corner. Nice move there. Pitbull getting past Omar, and these two come together. No, AJ. Really come together there. Omar being on the fight as well with the car tires, so it's good to see he's back in the lobby. There goes Pitbull. They're gonna extend the brake in there. It's not gonna let Omar through. There goes Omar. There goes Pitbull. There goes AJ with this Mario Kart fight. AJ with a lightning there. Jay Vasily, Omar battling Pitbull. Mr. Pokemon is already up into P4. That's what I was saying. Mario Kart regulations, Pokemon has got the bullet bill at the start, and Pokemon already up into P4 of the race. So now has no battery to deploy. Here comes Homer getting past the Pitbull. Pitbull may not give up. Pitbull with better battery savings than Omar. The Luigi Circuit GP has been pretty fun at the moment. Here goes Pitbull's got a golden mushroom there. Nice, overtaken by Mr. Pitbull. And he's gonna get past the Pokemon as well. Pitbull up into P4. And there goes AJ. Oh, AJ has hit a banana skin there. Mario Kart Racing at its best. Mark leading, followed by Joseph Vesely, followed by Wilco. What fun we're seeing in this first part of the race. There goes Mark, there goes Joseph Vesely, there goes Wilco. Equosar losing against AJ. Equosar in the hard tires, but he's gonna have the mushroom now. There goes Omar and gets past Equosar. Equosar got hit by lightning there apparently. Now it's AJ just in the Lico. Equosar, there goes Omar, gonna quickly get past AJ. Omar up into P5 of the race. Equosar is gonna wait, it's gonna take a little bit of time there. Omar now at the back of Pitbull. Pitbull with a little less of mushroom than Omar at the moment. In the lead of the race we still have plenty of fun. It's a big car train. There goes a golden mushroom for Wilco. That's going to be attacking Mark. That has no mushroom to defend himself. Omar getting past Pitbull now. Equosar getting past AJ now. Mark losing the position there. Mushrooms everywhere, guys, today in the Italian GP. Joseph in the lead of the race. Let's be careful of no blue shells that attack him. Pitbull's going to try and stick to the back of Omar. But Omar now has the boost mode. No, he's actually losing a lot. Here comes the Pokemon. Pokemon getting the overtake done with this mushroom before the corner. Now Pokemon's gonna try and chase Omar with a little bit of boost he has. Has a little bit better boost than Mr. Omar. Omar at the back of Mark with little battery, but he's gonna try and close a little bit the gap to him. Joseph Vesely losing it to a mushroom from Wilco there at the front. Mr. Pokemon Equosar trying to close up the gap in this Mario Kart fight. He's gonna try to get into the mushroom zone for the next lap. Omar, no battery. Pokemon, a little bit more battery. So he's getting into the boost zone of Mr. Omar. Omar might not get the boost zone. Omar out of battery now. Here comes the Pokemon. Here comes the Pokemon against Omar, Mr. Alien. There's no alien in Mario Kart, is there? Joseph Vesely once again retakes the mushroom. And Equosar is now at the back of Omar in the mushroom zone. What a Luigi Circuit GP we're having today. Really fun. Why my dinosaur, my Yoshi, is not making moves now? Mr. Yoshi going around the outside. Yoshi making there a move against Motorway. Nice debut from the green dinosaur in this Mario Kart GP, this Mario Kart Championship. Pokemon trying to close the gap to Omar. Omar softening into cutting corners. Omar, I don't know if you're gonna warn him for that or not, but that was a little bit interesting corner cut from the man on the RV. AJ gets a time penalty. The Pokemon deploying some battery. He wants to get back in the mushroom zone of his rival Omar. Pokemon opening a little bit of battery now. Here comes the Pokemon. Is he gonna get into the mushroom zone? Yes, he will. Pokemon on mushroom zone. A dangerous Pokemon, what we could see now. Mark hits a banana skin there. I think it's going to be enough to defend from Omar. He still has the mushroom mode there. There goes Omar closing the gap to Mark. Joseph Vesely and Wilco at the front as well. Battling for the lead of the race. Omar at the back is really close. How much battery has he saved there? Mr. Pokemon deploying a little bit more of energy there. Mark also has good battery savings. Wilco taking the lead of the race. Omar at the back of Mark. Here comes the Pokemon. Here comes Omar that's trying to save battery. But Mark's also saving plenty of battery. And plenty of mushroom. This was a pretty common Mario Kart tactic. I think Mark is trying to allow Omar through. And the Pokemon comes at the back. Omar does not want to overtake Mark. Wants Omar to overtake him. He doesn't want to be disprotected. This is pure strategy. Thanks F1 for giving us this ridiculous racing but fun racing at the same time. It's really good to see how you kill a sport, isn't it? But yeah, nice Mario Kart fights for once at least. Look at how much Lico they've done and they still only 1.5 seconds behind. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely stupid regulations. Okay, I'm not gonna be that toxic. Let's chill a little bit. But Episar, the Pokemon at the back of Mark. Joseph Vesely fighting Wilco for the lead of the race. And I guess Pokemon's gonna have a pretty easy move against Mark. Joseph Vesely once again with the yo-yo racing between him and Wilco. No merit on the overtakes we're seeing today, but it's still big fun. Like Mario Kart overtakes don't have a single merit. It's just pure mushrooms and stuff. Now Marco with a little bit of Lico lifting a bit the car there, and it's probably going to be one of the easiest moves Episar will do in his life. Coming into the next race, or maybe not. Maybe Episar is struggling a little bit. Joseph Vesely in the mushroom zone, but Wilco is actually saving. It's actually Lico. And here comes the Pokemon who's not attacking. The Mark's not even trying to defend, but look at the massive speed difference. And the Pokemon has recharged the battery, but it's not going to try and attack on Mark just yet, or is he? Yeah, it's actually going for it now. Mark is really slow in that straight. Obviously not his fault. Now he lets him go. Omar now struggling a little bit. Joseph Vesely is struggling a little bit as well. He's going to try and chase Wilco once again. Absolutely ridiculous racing after seeing so much years of F1 actually. People risking and breaking lanes and stuff. And now we got this absolute clown show of racing. Okay, let's calm down. Let's not be toxic. Let's not be toxic and let's just enjoy the racing before I shout a big scream I shouldn't do. But okay. We follow now Episar at the back of Mark. And this time it's gonna be unlikely he doesn't get the overtake done, and Episar needs to start closing up the gap to the people in the front. That's a side-by-side fight between Wilco and Joseph Vesely. The Homer's not getting into that. Here comes Episar with his mushroom into the main straight. And the mushroom has allowed him to take that P4 of the race. Mr. Pokemon now gonna try and chase the people at the front of the grid. That would be Omar the Alien, that would be Joseph Vesely, and that would be Wilco, who are doing an excellent job with this Mario Kart regulations. All this has helped Mr. Pokemon to close up the gap. I guess Joseph and Omar are gonna blast past Wilco. No, actually Wilco's coming into the pit lane, which is an interesting call. Here comes Joseph Vasily versus Omar for the lead of the race. Both with the mushroom enabled. We got now the top 3 in the standings. Fighting here at the front. Mr. Pokemon is gonna try and close up the gap a little bit here. Just a little bit using his golden mushroom. I hope you enjoyed the Mario Kart music in the stream because it describes perfectly what we are seeing today. Pokemon on the charge. Pokemon that has made his debut in Mario Kart as well. Looking forward here to get into the mix. Bino Bambino, Mr. Dinosaur, picking up a time penalty. Joseph with a little bit of clipping in here. Possibly Omar is gonna try and get the move done. I think Joseph may try and just let him go here. He's gonna try and slow down. Omar's not gonna fall for it. And maybe he wasn't even trying to let him go. Maybe he was just trying to save the battery. Stupid regulations, but yeah, you know. There goes Omar, is gonna get the overtake done. We got a yellow flag. That's Ferrari, I think. No, it's a Red Bull. And now Omar is of course out of battery, and Joseph Vesely is gonna try and take back the place as soon as he can. Mr. Pokemon being held by this fight. Omar who can try and use a little bit more the boost mode. Here come the 2 contenders for the lead of the race. Joseph Vasily closing once again the gap to Omar. He's gonna try and stick to his mushroom zone for as much as he can. Oh, it's a little slide there of the car. That those tires are pretty bad at the moment. But Omar has no battery up now. So Mr. Joseph Vasily is gonna be getting the mushroom mode coming into the main straight. Will allow, of course, to try and get past Omar once again. Omar that will have absolutely nothing to deploy. There goes Joseph Vesely taking the lead of the race. He's got a yellow flag once again at the back. Joseph Vesely back into the lead. Wilco going on a different strategy, a 2-stopper, which I think was a little bit predictable. Couldn't have been the case. I don't know what's happening to Pokemon, but it's not chasing, not closing the gap to the leaders. The gap is 16 seconds compared to Jay Vesely. Not much happening at the moment apart from the battle for the lead. Mario Kart battle. We got Wilco now, then at the back of Jay Vesely. We got Omar that now is gonna make one of the easiest moves he's done in his life against Joseph Vesely unless he dives it into the pit lane. Which could well be the case, and yes, it is the case. Joseph coming into the pit lane. That allows Omar to take the lead of the race. It's gonna give him a little bit of boost mode. That was our Mr. Pokemon. 2.8 seconds behind Omar. Here comes Joseph to swap into the hard tires. Coming out of the pit lane, and it's gonna be right behind his teammate, I think. Wilco, of course, is gonna be in front. He pitted much earlier. There goes Joseph Vesely with almost clear track. He is gonna make it just in front of Motorway. He's gonna let him go since like yes, no point in fighting easily retake the place because of the battery. Motorway, it's not his fight, he's just gonna let him go. We got a yellow flag, that is lap car, I think it's AJ. Joseph Vesely now going to be on the chase of Jay Vesely, his teammate. It shouldn't be a problem to get past him. Ecosar versus Omar is getting a little bit interesting because Ecosar's not closing any time to him. Omar's been pretty much faster at the moment. Ecosar's definitely still aiming for a podium. Joseph pushing now, pushing the battery to try and close up to the leaders. There goes Jay Vesely into the pit lane. There's gonna be some nice highlights of this race at the end, I believe. Yellow flag, that's AJ out of the race, and that's in the main straight. We're not getting safety cars due to that, which is quite interesting to see, because we never seem to get a safety car in this game. Marca and the motorway, I think, fighting for position. It's got a little bit boring now after having such big excitement at the beginning of this GP. Wilco seems to not be closing the gap. Actually, Joseph's closing the gap to Wilco. Suddenly the gap increases between Omar and Ecosar. I guess it depends where they are deploying the battery. I wonder when Omar and Ecosar will pit, because I don't think the medium is a great tire to be on in this game. So probably they want to extend that hard stint as much as they can. And yeah, typical race of this new regulations. We got a lot of yo-yo racing at the beginning, then as soon as the gaps are open, we got absolutely nothing to see. Joseph's quickly closing up the gap to Wilco now. Saying start pushing, or Wilco's tires are starting to die. I don't know when these two are going to come into the pit lane. I think it's probably going to be in the next lap at least. Like I said, the mediums aren't a great tire to be on, I think, on this track, so probably they want to use it as less as possible. Let's see how Wilco's he lost so much time already to Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely, that's already got into the mushroom zone. We're gonna have a fun fight, fun in a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds actually. Meanwhile, Omar and Ekosar are fighting to see who manages the battery the best at the front. We're only 20 minutes into this race apparently. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a very short race. There's been no safety car as well, which yeah, makes it even shorter. Ekosar and Omar have found some similar pace in this last lap. The one that I know is gonna probably have a move soon is Pokemon's coming in. Pokemon in the pit lane. Assad lost his chance. Now we'll see when Omar decides to dive as well. We got a yellow flag. That's a Ferrari. No, there's no Ferrari. That's Jordi off the road. And now Joseph Vesely with the mushroom enabled. It's gonna be inevitable to get the overtake on. It's gonna be an easy move for Joseph Vesely down the inside. Moving up into second place of the race. Actually, gotta say that move was quite nice from Joseph Vesely's side. Mr. Pokemon down into P4 of the race, but with fresh tires. We'll see how much can he do out of those, and we'll see how long they live. Because, like I said, it's really bad. A really bad tire to be on, I think, the medium, which maybe is the reason Omar's taking it a little bit more. Omar with no battery, maybe a good decision to come into the pit lane on this lap. If he wants to cover the undercut from Mr. Pokemon. Here comes Omar into the pit lane. See how much time has the Pokemon gained. Definitely I think there will be no undercut. It was pretty far. Mr. Joseph Vesely is going to retake the lead of the race. Wilco is going to come into the pit lane. 4 fresh tires. Omar coming out of the pit lane is going to be much in front of Mr. Pokemon. Pokemon coming out in actually that undercut was really strong. It's only 1 second behind. It's gonna be a nice three-way fight for the win, I think, from now to the race, the end of the race. The mediums will be good now. I don't know how they will be at the end. Joseph Vesely has shown really good pace so far, and of course, hard tire is the better tire to be on in general. So yeah, it's gonna be quite fun, I believe. Omar's opened a little bit of gap to Ekosar. But obviously this tree will finish on the podium, no doubt about that. But yeah, like I said before, the medium tire was a horrible tire to be on, in my opinion. Omar's pushed a little bit the battery there into the main straight. Now he's gone into super clipping mode. He's on a massive leap there in turn 1. So that's, well, didn't pick the right strategy, and it's now gonna be, we're gonna have to overtake Pitbull for that P4 of the race, on track. Dino's coming to the pit lane as well, and is with the medium tires. You know, Joseph Vesely doing their, just keeping it chill there with those hard tires that in the end probably will still be better than the mediums. So I'm not trying to risk that much. You know, see, we'll have the tire advantage most likely by the end of the race. Because the mediums are straight garbage around this track. Joseph definitely, I think, has better straight line speed than Omar through all this race. Equusar's been closing a little bit the gap as well. Coming into turn 1, Joseph is always increasing the gap. Mr. Pokemon is chasing now. Oh, interesting. Now Pokemon loses time again, because we got no clue where everyone is deploying the battery. Dinosaur, where's the dinosaur? Dinosaur is fighting for absolutely nothing at the moment. Actually, it's fighting with Pitbull. Got a little bit bored now. I won't die. Typical Mario Kart regulation thing. Be fun at the beginning, be absolutely boring at the end. Omar tries to keep closing up the gap to Joseph Vesely. He's gone a little bit into the grass there. Hasn't gained much time in that specific corner. Joseph now can blast the battery into the next straight. Suddenly losing plenty of time into Ascari. Now gaining it back. And weird regulations. Once again, thank you F1 for bringing this absolutely trash regulations into the story of your sport. Absolutely embarrassing, but it is what it is. I think talks plenty of times today. And I apologize, but after Spa, my hate towards this regulation has increased in big ways. So seems like Omar is looking up to try and chase Joseph Vesely for that win of the race. We'll see if he's going to be capable of. At the moment the tires don't seem to have died that much. Joseph may be struggling a little bit on those hards right now. It actually has the oldest hard tires in the grid, but the mediums won't be much better as well. So we're gonna have a fight here for the lead of the race between Joseph Vesely and Omar. Now Joseph opens the gap once again. Omar losing a little bit of time there into before Ascari. Once again, I got no clue how this is working. Joseph Vesely confident there in the lead of the race. He will try and stay there. Omar will get now the mushroom mode. Will try and attack Joseph into the main straight. I think Joseph shouldn't even worry about it because he can probably easily yo-yo, and basically Omar's car is dead right now. So nothing will change. Omar's car is absolutely dead at the moment. And Joseph's car is recharging battery. The Battery World Championship, my friends. Joseph's now gonna aim for a recharge of battery. He's gonna let Omar through. Really smart move there from Joseph Vesely. Omar does some massive lock up there. I don't know if it was a good decision to let him by or not. We will find out. I mean, like I said before, Omar's car is pretty much dead at the moment. And yeah, he wants to let him go, but Joseph won't fall for it. I don't think weaving will help Mr. Omar. This is Mario Kart. In Mario Kart, you don't weave. And Omar's got into massive clipping mode. There goes Joseph Vesely with a mushroom and into the lead of the race. Mushroom mode for Joseph Vesely with 3 laps to go. We'll try and keep Omar behind. Omar, who's now the one recharging. Joseph is playing chess now with Omar. Both tires are definitely not in great condition, that's for sure. Let's see who's the smartest of these two using their mushrooms. I probably know what Joseph's gonna do. He's gonna try and park the car here in the middle of the straight. Omar not gonna fall for it. But it means Omar has to use more battery now. I have one more lap to finish this Luigi Circuit GP. Locking a little bit of tires there. And I guess at the end the tires might make a little bit difference there and help Omar take the victory today. Well, the gap hasn't increased that much, actually. Omar is trying to open the gap to Joseph Vesely, but that has not been the case. Joseph's still at the back of him. well. Joseph's gonna get the mushroom mode for the last lap, which could be key in deciding this race victory. Omar trying to take him out of the mushroom zone, but it's not gonna be possible. Joseph Vesely will be able to use his mushroom into the final lap of the race. Final lap of the Italian GP. Who's gonna take victory today? Both have their cars totally dead. In terms of battery, Joseph will have the boost mode. Joseph will try and close up the gap. He's not going to be able to make the move here, but we'll see if he's capable of doing it into the next couple of straights. Joseph now using the boost mode. He's going to try and close up the gap to Omar. Mushroom in the end of the race for Joseph Vesely. No mushroom for Omar. We're having a little bit of an issue there with the back marker. Joseph Vesely is trying to stick into the back of Omar, but it's looking a little bit difficult at the moment. It's looking a little bit difficult to think about a possibility of a move, but who knows? It's Mario Kart. Mario Kart many times gives us big surprises. There goes Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely on the slipstream of Omar. And we'll see if anything is going to change coming into the final straight of the race. Actually, a poor exit from Omar, great exit from Joseph Vesely. I think the battle may be over, we'll see. We gotta see how it comes into the main straight. Omar at the moment looking good. Joseph may look even better. They're coming into the straight. Oh, it's gonna be a really close finish. It's gonna be a really close finish, but Omar wins the race. Joseph in second place, a very close fight. That race was very Mario Kartish, but really fun at the same time. Well, that's the end of the Italian GP, the Luigi Circuit GP, the Mario Kart GP, and we saw one of the most fun and ridiculous racing at the same time. Fun because it was really similar to what you see usually in Mario Kart. But gotta say, F1 terms, that's not F1. That's not F1 even by a little bit. So, yep. Pretty fun race if you see it in a Mario Kart way or in whatever other thing way, but not in F1 terms. That was not an F1 race at all. But anyway, like I said, I'll maybe try not be that toxic next time. And we're gonna have the post-race interviews then, and we're gonna have the we want to try and get it, the guys into the to the um to the Discord voice chat. But first of all, we gotta go with the national anthem. So let's go on with that. So we're gonna start with the post-race interviews. And we got Joseph Vesely might be the only one today with us, but after the great race, it's gonna be a great interview as well. So Joseph, congratulations on the podium on P2 today. I know the win was really close, possibly a little bit difference in strategy about the yo-yo with Omar. Maybe could have changed thing. I know probably in terms of tires, Omar still had a little bit better mediums than you had hards. But in any case, I think it's a positive result for you, fighting for this win of the race, and I think it's looking good in terms of the season. I know the racing is a little bit weird, maybe not. It's more about managing the battery and stuff. I think we saw that how these regulations work in the track like Monza, for example. Like that's a little bit similar in Australia as well. But after all, even if I don't like exactly the racing in terms of F1, I think in terms of general racing, even if it's artificial in my opinion, I think it was a pretty fun race. What can you say about this Italian GP?
Hi. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's actually a really positive race because I didn't expect that I'm going to fight for the win today. So I'm actually really happy. Maybe a little bit sad because the win was close, but we need to remember that Omar was starting from the back of the grid. But there is not too many drivers, and he was quite quickly behind the leaders. So that's at least some positive for me. And yeah, it was very close. I didn't expect it to be that close. I expected them or Omar to overtake me very early in the race and lead and win by like 20-30 seconds. So this was actually a big surprise for me. And yeah, I think I had better strategy because I could have made some advantage on the new hards. He had, of course, new mediums, but I could undercut him by quite a lot. And then it was quite close, and maybe I could have won if I just stayed a little bit closer the last 2 laps, and maybe I just pressed the boost mode a little too early in the final corner, because then I ran out of battery at the end and I had almost a spin, so I needed to catch it. So that was maybe a 10th. It would have been probably a photo finish if I didn't done that mistake, but that happens sometimes, and I think I'm getting quite comfortable with these cars, and I actually quite like their battery management. And yeah, I think it was a fun race, and I really didn't expect to be fighting for the win, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, definitely a great race from you, and a great stint in those medium tires, medium hard strategy. I think some were struggling to do the one stopper starting on the mediums, but in your case, you did pretty well. Like you said, you were really close to fighting for the win. Of course, a lot still depends on the battery management, which I don't really like, but it is what it is, and you did it really well. In general, next week we go into Canada. I think in real life, battery wasn't a big problem there. I don't know how it's gonna be in the game. Probably you can recharge a lot in Sector 1. Then you probably will start seeing the clipping into the last sector, which is basically a long straight, two long straights with the chicane. So, and yeah, also the thing of Canada is it's gonna be a big mess possibly with the time penalties. So how can you expect to perform around there?
Yeah, I mean the track is really nice. I like it, but it's of course very hard with the penalties, especially the last chicane. I mean that's probably going to be the key to stay consistent and hopefully don't get a penalty. But yeah, there are some big braking zones, so you will be probably able to save some battery there, and I think that. That it should be a great race, and some great overtaking moves should be there.
All right then. Thanks for the interview, Joseph, and congratulations again on the podium. I guess the championship fight is getting pretty interesting after this three couple of races.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
We'll move on then to Equisar, Mr. Pokemon, that joined us a little bit late today, but still a good comeback starting at the back. After not being able to set that lap in qualifying, I think a P3 is a good result for the championship fight. I still don't know if Omar's going to be able to make every race. He signed up as a reserve, so I don't know if he's appearing for every single race in this championship, but still, I think it's fun to have you three fighting like we had last season. Last season in F1 regulations, now with Mario Kart regulations, but still racing after all. So, what can you say about this GP in general? I think you did a pretty good job making that damage limitation. Maybe a little bit better battery savings. Do you think in the first stint having to overtake all those cars could have maybe given you a different result today?
Hello, hello, David. Uh, yeah, um, yeah. Well done to the podium, guys. Joseph, well done, mate. I thought you was gonna win. Oh yeah, that was so close, mate. When I was watching, you guys, uh, you pulled off like quite far away, coming into the main straight, but then you just pulled it back, and I thought you was gonna go for the win. So, well done to you and Omar. In terms of my race, a complete shambles really. In terms of no preparation at all, um, and it showed. But it was a really lucky start. I literally just burnt all of my ERS in that first lap to just try and clear some guys, but it backfired because Pitbull then overtook me, and I think maybe a couple of others as well, because I had no ARS going into the next lap. Um, but from then it was just managing that battery because that is the meta of this game. Um, like it is still quite hard to get round and used to it because every other game was just full attack. So yeah, it is difficult to get used to. Um, but um, like once you get the hang of it, like it is pretty good. Like you can take corners a lot more. I don't know. It's definitely you take the corners a lot more different because you're going slower through them. Um, but yeah, it's just one of them things to get used to. And I think I need to um, maybe not nap before a race. It's always a bad idea with me. Um, but yeah, like you said, damage limitations, P3. Really happy with that. I didn't think I was gonna get a podium today. Um, really struggled, setup wise, everything. Um, but I think maybe the strategy I used as well, maybe starting on the hards because there was a lot of people. I mean, it was quite mixed today as well. There's some softs and a lot of mediums. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It weren't too bad of a race. A little bit boring because I was on my own for a lot of it, but um, that was my fault because I should have really been up there fighting with Joseph. Hopefully, but in terms of his pace, well done, mate.
Well, congratulations then on the podium. It was, yeah, like we said, a nice damage limitation for you, and you're still leading the championship. There's a long way to go still, and yeah, it's gonna be close, I think, between the three of you. Of course, if Omar keeps racing, because once again he signed up as a reserve, so I'm still not 100% sure if he's gonna be appearing for every single race. But for now, it's a really close championship fight. Heading into Canada, like we already talked with Joseph, it's a tricky track in terms of time penalties. I don't know how the battery is going to work around there. Once again, I really don't like this to see it in real life F1. I think it's not F1 at all. It's different type of racing. It's not F1. But here in the game, I actually can say it's pretty enjoyable to watch. It's like a big show, a lot of moves and stuff, artificial, but after all, it's some overtaking. Canada in real life, I think, is possibly the closest we've seen to F1 with that Merc fight between Russell and Antonelli. It's possibly the closest I remember this season of a battle that's similar to what F1 has always and should always be. But how are you looking forward into this Canadian GP in the coming week?
Yeah, that was a fun in real life race. It's a shame what happened with Russell's car, but this is what happens with real life. But thankfully, we don't get them things in the game. um, yeah, I seem to have like a good track record there in other leagues. I'm not too sure about this league. I can't even remember what happened in the last season, but yeah, it's weird because it's one of my worst tracks in terms of like how much I enjoy it because I really dislike it a lot. I can't seem to get the hang of it. I, it's so easy. I think Joseph touched on it that it's so easy to get corner cuts. But I mean, it might be different this game because of the fact that we're lifting so much. Um, so it's gonna be one of them. I'm going to be doing a lot of practice. I think I need to now because Joseph seems to have caught up annoyingly. There's nothing I can really do about that. And Omar, I mean, like he speaks for himself. Like, um, hopefully we can one day be somewhere close to him. And yeah, it was quite fun actually this race because I was starting behind him, managed to overtake him, and I thought, yes, he's going to get stuck in the pack. But obviously that never happens. So yeah, I need to pull my socks up, um, and I'm gonna do more practice for you, Joseph. So get ready, mate.
Well, thanks for the interview, Aquasar, and congratulations on the podium. Once again, we're possibly going to have a pretty nice championship fight, hopefully. So, yeah, definitely looking forward into it. And today, I gotta say, it possibly was a much more fun race than last week. Last week got a little bit boring at the end, last couple of laps. Today, I think it was pretty enjoyable due to the track, and we'll see if maybe next week we get some fun fighting, maybe something a little bit closer to F1, like in real life. But anyway, thanks to both of you for your time in the interviews, and again, congratulations on your podiums, and looking forward to see the championship fight into the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you, and congrats to Equazer as well. Great drive, mate.
Thanks, mate. Keep it up, mate. That was really impressive. The fact that you kept Omar so close like that. I mean, I've not managed to do that yet, and you've done it this race. So it obviously shows you've leveled up massively, especially in that last race. I mean, I'm not sure where you finished. I don't even think it was top five, was it? But um, yeah, well done, mate. Keep it up.
Yeah,
And cheers, David, as
thank
well,
you.
man. Thanks, man. And also, hopefully everyone doesn't give up, man. Like, especially that guy that commented, I think LP Mark. He said that his pace is like struggling, but I hope they never give up, man, because this game is like it is tough with that ERS. And David, I mean, you're watching it all the time. You probably see a lot of us really struggling, and it seems to be like that in a lot of leagues, even in like the higher divisions. They're struggling with it too. So yeah, everyone just needs to just stick with it. Um, yeah, best of luck. Thanks again, David.
Thanks to you guys and appreciate it, Equasar. Thanks for the support. And yeah, I know how tricky it can be to adapt to this new cars. I can see you, of course, on stream how you are trying to do the lift and coast, trying to save the battery. Sometimes I still don't understand what's exactly happening because suddenly I expect one of you guys to open the gap, then the opposite happens, or I saw the gap drops massively or closes up massively in zones I really don't expect it to happen, and even when you are not deploying the battery. So I actually, yeah, still gotta figure out how it works in the game. At least in the game, I think it's better organized than in real life. I mean, thankfully we don't get all the computer issues that real life drivers are having. Like for example, Russell in that start in Spa and stuff. I think Piastri had an issue as well, and even Antonelli had an issue, which allowed Max through and gave all that artificial overtaking show in that first part of the race in that start. But thankfully, at least in the game, it's not as artificial as that. So even the game is better than real life, we could say, and it's pretty fun. I won't lie. It's fun to watch here, all of you guys racing. Uh, Trying to be smart with the battery and seeing all those bunch of overtakes, three wide, even four cars fighting at the same time, like first couple of laps. The gaps are probably a little bit closer as well, at least in the leaders, like today's race. So yeah, people still getting used to it, but we'll see. We'll see how next rounds go. Probably people, if they practice, will be much better. Maybe the races won't be maybe as crazy as soon as people start adapting more and more to these wrecks. So yeah, just gotta keep going on and see what happens.
Yeah, cool stuff, David. What have you managed to race at all? Are you in any other leagues? Like, what do you think of the ERS when you're racing?
I actually haven't. I played a little bit of career like a month ago, but I actually haven't touched my wheel in a while. I was thinking about installing it again, but I don't know. I probably won't be racing this game if I'm honest, apart from maybe some career mode, because in from my side, I really don't really enjoy doing the lift and coast. I just like to push the car, but that's just my personal opinion. So you probably won't see me racing much this year. Maybe I'll do, maybe for fun sometimes, but probably not gonna take it seriously like before. So yeah, maybe in some lobby or some fun race I could jump like I did in the pre-season in Austria. But
Mm.
yeah, most likely I will not be taking part like seriously in any leagues this year.
Yeah, fair play, mate. I mean, if I wasn't so involved in this league like at the moment, and I mean, like I'm only in like this league and another league, um, and I get along with everyone there really well. So, if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't even be racing at all. So, I mean, look, hats off for running the league as well, man. Like, maybe there's a couple of people in here as well that are only in this league as well. I mean, I don't know if people and like motorway racing other leagues and stuff. So yes, it's nice, man. It's a shame that you're not racing and get to experience it, but we appreciate you watching us in that race around and commentate. Really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you so much for your support, bro, Equasar. I really appreciate it, and it makes me really happy to have you in the league as well. Was kind of sad the last couple of seasons when you weren't racing, but I was made me really happy when last year I messaged you and you said you would like to be back, and you got your championship, and I'm really happy for you. I was really happy when you won it, and I'm really happy that you still keep racing with us, even in the with the low attendance we have right now. But it makes me really happy that you are enjoying the league how it is now. I think the racing is still pretty fun, and that you are getting along really well with the other guys, with Joseph, with Omar, with Pitbull. I mean, we know each other for like 5 years, more than 5 years to now, and it's good to see the relationship has been really good in all this time. So really appreciate you, and I'm really happy to have you in the league and that you are part of IOR.
Yeah, cheers, man. And you as well, Joseph. Like, I've raced with you for so long, and you've been on my friends list for a long time as well. So Yeah, thanks a lot, man. We'll keep racing for you. Trying to enjoy it. Like you said, you can't really enjoy this game. It's so difficult, mate. Um, but we are trying, and yeah, hopefully we can bring the attendance up as well because that helps obviously with us as well while we're racing. Because like when you do these strategies, sometimes you can build such a gap in front of like these like because there's also such a speed difference as well in this division. It would be nice to get like have a more closer field, but obviously with the new game and stuff. Um, yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next week, man. Look forward to it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Equasor. Thanks, Joseph. Then we will be meeting for the next race in Canada. And yeah, once again, thanks for staying with us even in the hard times. But yeah, we'll look forward to increase the attendance, probably recruit some new drivers, and little by little be raising the numbers. I know many people have quitted the game as well because of not liking the regulations. In my case, I don't race, but well, I'm the commentator, so it doesn't really affect the league in that way because I'll still be here to do the videos, the stream and stuff, and even the fun stuff like the Mario Kart thing. But yeah, definitely need to focus on finding new drivers to race here, and yeah, hopefully the attendance will rise and we're gonna have a full grid once again. Now that we got to 22 spots, we got spots for 2 more drivers than in the past. But well, guys, I'll leave you now, and once again, thanks for everything, and we'll meet you next week in Canada.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.